Chavra, Amar lehu Rav Huna lahanu avankari. The heilige avankari. Rav Huna says to the merchants, Kizavanitu asa me'akum. When you purchase an asa, a hadas, from the goyim, loy sigzazu aton. Don't cut it down, or actually better, they should not cut it down. Ella ligzazuhu inhu. No, I said it backwards. You said it right. Excuse me. Loy sigzazu aton. You should not cut it down. Ella ligzazu inhu. Rather allow them to cut it down. V'yahavu lechu, and they, the goyim, should give it to you. Why? My timer. Stam akom kazlani arasin. So you're buying a das. A stam guy is a muchslik gazlan, that he steals the land. But what's the problem? Vikar koinon exelis. You can't steal land. Hilkach, therefore, ligzazu inhu, let them cut it down. So they have the gezila in their hands. Did who? Vishini Rishos biyadai hu, that they have it when it's Yosh, when the owner despairs. You then get the Shini Rishos, and therefore you have a kinyan. So says the Gemara, we need to have two details to affect the kinyan. We need Yosh and we need Shini Rishos. So says Rav Huna, don't cut it down. Let them cut it down. So now it's full gezila. It's no longer in the ground. Then you have the changing of Rishos, and now you could have a kinyan. Period. Ask the Gemara 1 second. Saif. Kikazu avankari, when the merchants, the peddlers, go and cut it down. Let it be Yosh in their hands. The Shinur be done. Let the Shinur move into your hands. Says the Gemara. So why do you need the guy to cut it down? Let the merchants cut it down. Answers the Gemara, Loitzricha, Paishana, Davankri, Kufayu. Then what are we talking about? We're talking about with those that the Avankri want themselves to make for Yontif. So how does the merchant himself get a Avankri, get a Hadasa, a Shana? So it must be that a guy cuts it and then he takes it. Ask the Gemara 1 second. Why don't we say that the act of changing it literally? Now Rashi at the very end of the Amid points out, what are you changing it? It's Hadasim. Not really changing it. The igod, the binding of it, should be the Kinyan. And this is time number 2. Said we're going to keep a running track of igod. This is time number 2. Time number 1 was in the Mishnah of Rav Yehuda. Time number 2 over here is the Gemara. Says the Gemara, Kasavar lulav ein sarich eged. A lulav doesn't need to be bound. V'imtim saleimer, and even if you're going to tell me, no, lulav sarich eged. It's not a real shinui. It's a shinui that's going to revert backwards. Shinui Chazarah, very good. Shemei shinui. Says the Gemara, okay.
Why is it going to go back to the original? You're going to keep it?
No, because the answer is you didn't actually change the item. Look at the bottom Rashi. Matir Ogdon for Inkibar Yishayna. A real shinui of a maisa is you change the item itself. I build the table. So now that's not going to go back. But I don't build a table.
Unbundle it.
Right. Now I think if, let's say I just take 4 sticks and prop up a table, it's not a shinui maisa. I just take it off. Says the Gemara, it's going to go back. Ask the Gemara, okay. Why don't we have a Shini Hashem that it changes its name? That what? Originally it's called a Ashana, an Asa, a myrtle. Vahashta, Haishana. Now it's called a Ashana. Answers the Gemara, Meikara Namila Asa, Haishana Karilu. It's not really a change of name, cause it always had such a name. Period. So that's really a Gavaldik Shtickle Gemara. Asa means literally Hoshana, a myrtle. Yeah. This is a beautiful Amida Gemara, which really just for clarity, really the whole Gemara is one story. We have to remember one story within the storyline. It will help us. And the story is purchasing the Avankri. Lamed Amid Beis is the Avankri, the merchants, purchasing it from them. And how do you have a Kinyan? We have the level of making the Kinyan, you have the cutting, and then you have the Shini Rishos. We have the Gemara's Kasha. Why can't the Avankri, the merchant themselves, cut it, and then you'll have the Shini Rishos? We have the Teretz, but the Avankri themselves have to be able to make a Kinyan. Then you have two more Kashas. Why can't they be kind of with the Shina Maisa, that you built it, that you bound it together, which has two answers. Either Lulav Ein Sarach Eged, you don't need to bind it. And even if you can tell me you need to bind it, but it reverts back, very good. So says Gemara, so now why don't we do a kidney with the Shini Hashem? The answer is it always has the same name. Very good. And that's, by the way, a real Chazarah. To quote Rabbi Newman, to read the Gemaras, the words, is no big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. You have to learn how to read. But once you learn how to read, okay, you can read the words. And this resonated very much with me, because I'll be very honest. I've chazared hundreds, if not thousands, of Lat Gemara by reading the words, and it does something. But the deeper levels, when you pause, and you have the Gemara, and he always says, you have it mapped down in your brain, the Kasha, the Teretz, the Raya, the Kasha, the Teretz, the Raya. So right here, we have a whole Gemara. I mean, it's a short Gemara, but you have the Avankri, you have the Kinyan. How do they make a Kinyan? Shini Maisa, two Terutzim, Shini Hashem, beautiful. That's a Gemara. That's having it, as he would say, in the bones. That's having it, mamish, absolutely clear. With that, let's go a drop weiter. Tanu Rabbanan. Just by the way, we talked about Chazrin 2 times. I would venture to say the first plot and a half, anyone could rip through in about, 2 minutes. Inside and 2 minutes outside. What? Easy.
Because it's so short?
No, even anyone else that's so short.
It's pretty easy.
You get it. It's not this easy Gemara. Every Gemara is easy once you know it. Someone told me, I was on Shabbos in Eretz Yisrael, a Rebbe told me, his shtick is, he's now Rebbe in base. He says every day he starts, and he says an Amid Gemara should not take you more than 40 seconds. That's what he says. Says, boys, 40, his name is Rabbi Streich, he just became a Rebbe then. Says 40 seconds. He says, sit down, like we just did. That was 40 seconds. Sit down, boom, done. That's all Gemara. He said, if you don't have it in 40 seconds, you don't have the Amid Gemara. That was his thing. Get a chazer to you have it in 40 seconds. 40 seconds, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, the longer we did.
The Gemara stop and stop. It's.
The answer is, whatever it is. Turn around on a chop fight. So again, let's go. We're one blot down, 9 to go. And again, minimum 2 chazaras. Let's hope for more, and we'll think of a nice gishmaka price. Turn around on Sukkah Chazarah 30b. You stole a sukkah, or you put schach up in Chazarah. Rav Eliezer Paisel, the Chachamim Machshirim. Chachamim say it's kosher. Amrav Nachman, what is the case? Machloikes is you grab literally your friend. You hold him up by gunpoint, pull him out of his sukkah, and you grab his sukkah, you steal his sukkah. So why is Rav Eliezer say it's possible? Rav Eliezer, it's not yours. So now, karkanik zelas says more 1 second. Sukkah Chazarah. So that's why it's possible. Vinami karkainanik zelas Sukkah Chazarah. It's a borrowed sukkah, and what's the problem with that? No, you cannot be. Excuse me.
There's no problem.
I added a word. That's fascinating what I just did. I said ain't Adam. Push added a word in. Thank you. There's no problem. I don't have my eyes. Yes, Adam. Not ain't Adam. Yes, Adam. Says the Gemara. The karka ain't an exeles. The sukkah shuli. See, you can't steal the land, and the sukkah is borrowed. So what's the problem? Avol. So that's in case number 1 that what? You punch the guy in the face and you rip him out of the sukkah. That's going to be the machlekes that what? Rav Eliezer is going to hold it's no good. The Chachamim is going to hold it's yes good. Why is it not going to be good? Let's be clear. And again, if you remember correctly, when we learned this is counterintuitive. If I ask you, why is a sukkah no good? You tell me, because it's gezula. It's not the reason. A sukkah gezula is no good because it's not yours. It's not a nekuda that it's stolen. It's a nekuda that it's a sukkah chaveri. You can't be yetzi with sukkah chaveri. You can't be yetzi with your friend's sukkah. Because the fact that it's stolen right now is not really the detail. Because you can't steal the karka. You can't steal the land. Avol. Oh, Gazal eitzim v'sikech b'hem. Let's say an emistic of sukkah gezula. What we would teach as a sukkah gezula. Before you learn this gemara, if I tell you, you steal a sukkah. So what do you think? You mamish steal. You grab your friend's pop-up sukkah. Now you stole the actual sukkah. Gazal eitzim v'sikech b'hem. Divrei hakol ein le'ela demei eitzim. Now what's the halacha? You only have the value of the eitzir. Why? Why do you only have the value of the eitzir?
I'm not going to pick apart.
Oh, mimai midiktani demir shesarabim marsram karka lav dideu sukanami lav karka dideu. Period. So this Gemara I always find it's one of those cases that when you read the first two lines of the Gemara, you can get very tricked. Sukkah gezula. There's a machlekes. So what's the machlekes? I would think the machlekes is, can you use a sukkah gezula? No, it's not the machlekes. Everyone agrees you emes to steal a sukkah. Of course you can use a sukkah gezula. The machlekes is if you grab someone out of his sukkah and now it's not your sukkah, could you be? I'd say parenthetically, I just found out there's a fascinating law in Eretz Yisrael that during the days of Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah is hefker. You're allowed to make a sukkah wherever you want. It's an actual law. You can take your sukkah, plop it down the middle of the street, and this is the reason.
Yeah.
In America,
we have that law in America.
Oh.
You just have to take it down in 7 days.
So in America, it's a big shaila, and the Chassidim are very into this. If I just go put my sukkah in the middle of the street, the cops could come and tell me to take it away. So is that called karka and an exelis? What's the story with it? So maybe they could give me a fine, but who cares? Is that called gezula? It's not called gezula. I can't steal the land. Fine. Let's stop over here before Hisavta. But nice, tomorrow night we're on Hilchos Pesach. I'm going to Hashem Rav. If you can remember to send me a message, I'm going to make up a Google Doc checkbox massive sheet for us to help.
Sunday night and Monday.